Model Y deliveries have begun. Basically. So at the time of recording this video, I've heard from multiple sources that deliveries to actual customers have began today, but all of the customers that are getting their Model Y today have decided to not post about it anywhere, which is fine. I'm sure you're really excited, you're really happy to get the car and you want to drive it around, but we can't really get a confirmed tweet, photo, or post yet of someone that's like, just picked it up, which I've been looking for a while, but essentially we had a bunch of people in a lot of closed Facebook groups that were saying they told Tesla that between the dates of March 15th and March 30th, which was originally the day Tesla let people decide like, hey, let us know when you're available, and they said they're not available on any of them, and I guess if you did that, then Tesla would allow you to deliver Model Ys today on Friday the 13th, and while, again, people keep saying that has happened, I can't get a link, I can't get a source, but I'm just gonna assume that because a lot of you guys are watching this video on not Friday the 13th, let's talk about Model Y deliveries, okay? So, for one, people have gotten their hands on them. They're finally arriving. They're not just on trailers anymore. There's photos of them in the parking lots of Tesla showrooms, which means that if not today, they're at least getting ready to hand them over tomorrow or the next day. So they're very, very close, and we're still learning things, which is funny, about the interior specifically. So one video I found, someone got to get really up close and personal with the Model Y. I'm not going to show it because they took it down from their Instagram page. I don't know why they took it down, but I never got complete permission to use the footage, so just take my word for it. But the Model Y Performance Editions at least come with wireless charging built in, which, yes, this is something we've wanted on the Model 3 for a long time. So yeah, it sounds like the Model Y is making up for that as well by having USB-C on the back. I talked about that in a previous interior video, and also now in the front seat there should be two wireless charging pads. Most modern smartphones support that these days anyway, so yeah, that means you don't have to buy that third-party accessory anymore. Sorry if you're in the market of selling Model 3 wireless chargers, because looks like there won't be a point in selling those for the Model Y, and hopefully in time they bring that over to the Model 3 production line as well. There's no announcements on that currently, but the fact that it's just included with the Model Y is awesome, and I can't wait for that to be a standard across all Teslas. But another cool photo we saw is these little buttons, these little switches that you're able to just pull on in order for that middle row to fold down. So before, we had reported that that middle row is able to automatically fold down, and it technically does, but as more people have been getting up close with the Model Y and experimenting with it, they discovered that motor basically is just the same as pulling the latch on the seats. You know, you pull the button, the seats fold down, but it's not in a motorized, you know, slow way. So you just kind of push it and then they flop over, but then you have to actually manually pull them up. So it's not as cool as originally we thought, but now we know how the buttons work. And we also got some real detailed photos of the insane amount of cargo space in the Model Y. So similar to the Model 3 trunk, which has like a hidden area where some people might want to put something like a spare tire, like it's like a floor mat beneath the trunk with more storage underneath it. The Model Y essentially has two of those and a much deeper frunk based on these photos as well. It's kind of a pretty small frunk relative to the whole front size of the vehicle, but still more cargo space, easier to fit stuff in nonetheless. And in that Instagram video I talked about earlier, they also showcased that there are some pillar lights that are also built into those little hooks that you can press in a Tesla, and they come down so you can hang clothes or whatever you need to off of them. Sounds like in Model Y production they've kind of combined the ceiling lights and you know, those convenient hooks into one single piece, which is kind of interesting. And I just want to say, I hope by the time this video is uploaded and by the end of today, there's actually some confirmed reports of people taking delivery, because if it happens today, then we can officially say that between unveiling and delivery, the Model Y took less than a year to deliver to customers, because the Model Y unveiling was on March 15th of 2019. It's insane to me that it's already been a year, because I can remember that event very clearly, especially because of how boring it was. But either way, it's a huge monumental time for Tesla right now, especially with them just surpassing their 1 millionth vehicle ever produced. GM is full of a lot of promises right now, but Tesla's gonna have this achievement over a lot of other companies for a long, long time. And it's also cool that the 1 millionth Tesla ever produced was the red Model Y. Looks really awesome. And I just wanted to say congratulations to the Tesla team and to everybody who's getting their Model Y deliveries very, very soon. I'm in contact with a few people who should be picking up their Model Y in the coming months, and as soon as I can either test drive one or shoot a video with one, I will be sure to let you guys know. Feel free to follow me on Twitter for updates and stuff like that, or if you know anybody who's actually had a Model Y delivery, feel free to tag me over there as well. I really appreciate it, and I really appreciate you guys watching today's video. Feel free to let me know what you think of Model Y deliveries down below, and I hope you have an excellent rest of your day. Take care.